right, so I'm coming out here to take a look at everybody. We're a little worked up because that calf that we've been talking about is definitely not doing good. It's kind of moving in the wrong direction. So just want to come out here and take a look and see how everybody is doing. Check for any signs of issues. But you know, the other thing is, you know, I brought this up in our last chat. You know, so many people, right, they deworm their dogs. And, you know, we had talked to several vets and got several different opinions. And some said, you know, deworm your whole herd. Others say don't deworm them at all. And others say, well, you know, deworm as needed. So we're just trying to make a decision as to what's the best here. You know, based on the amount of animals we have. I mean, you can see a lot of them, they eat the grass down pretty good. Unfortunately, just based on geography and where we live, we don't have the option to, you know, to have grass growing all year. So it's a little bit discouraging and frustrating that we don't have that, but there's nothing we can do about it. So the fact that the animals are kind of eating so close to the ground, you know, again, we have to make the decision that's best for their overall health. And, you know, when you spend days, you know, caring for a calf and unfortunately watching that calf get to probably what's going to be the end of its life, and you realize that you know, we did have some of the fecal matter tested by a vet on one we lost a couple weeks ago, and he said that, you know, there were some worms present, and felt that, you know, that was a contributing factor to the last cow's passing. You know, it's something that we have to really take a look at and really begin to consider, you know, how we're going to take care of this situation with some of them having worms. You know, again, it's a natural thing, but when they get to the point where they become destructive to the cow and to our herd, we have to start asking some better questions as to what we want to do here. So I'm just out taking a look at what's going on. I mean, you can see they got great winter coats. Again, the majority of the herd looks fantastic, but we have calves that are kind of about like that size right over there, that black one, or this black one right here. And we have found that to be our most at-risk size and group. So, you know, we've talked about putting a hoop barn up and kind of giving them their own place for the winter to get them through. You know, it's just a matter of how involved do you get in the management of that animal. And ultimately, is that the group that you do select to deworm because you have evidence that group is not doing great. So, or that size is not doing great. I mean, we take it by a case-by-case basis, but again, we have to keep the cows healthy. We got to keep the herd healthy. We got to make sure that they could endure the stress of the temperature up here. Again, we've gone from 55 down to 25 up to, you know, 36 with snow, with rain turning to snow. It's been all over the place over the last couple weeks, which is an absolute stressor on these guys and gals. And again, we have to ask good questions, and we got to get answers to those questions to keep everybody healthy. You know, one thing I do is I come out and I look at the tails, make sure nobody's, you know, got water coming out their rear, and that everybody's doing good. And when I come out and I look at some of the patties that are on the field here, they're looking good. So we're seeing good health there in some of these patties, which we're excited about. I know, right? We're excited about this. It's crazy. But, you know, you start looking at some of the patty health out there, you know, they're sitting up, they're sitting good, they're not watery. So those are good signs. The bad sign is that in the last 6 to 8 weeks, we lost a couple young, probably 8-month to 10-month-old calves, and that's not what we do here. It's hard enough to birth calves in the winter. It's hard enough to have healthy births all year, and when you're losing them at 10 months it's just unacceptable. And we have to figure out what's going on, and what we can, most importantly, what we can do about it. That's the number one thing. What can we do about it? So we come out, we look for trends, we look for correlations, we look for, just everything, right? We're here out studying cow patties to see what the deal is. We're still moving them throughout the winter. You can see there's not a lot of fecal mass all over this pasture, so we're not exposing them to just, crap all over the ground. We're not. So these are all good things that are happening. But again, when you have a situation where you lose 3 in 6 weeks, 7 weeks, you got to start asking questions as to, what the heck is going on. And it did start right when the weather started to change and bounce around. But those could also be just cows that are, they're a little bit weaker on the genetic side of things, and it is what it is. Maybe those will be the 3 that we deal with this, and that'll be it for the year, hopefully. But you can see those 2 little black Angus calves over there. They're youngins. They look like they're gonna be beauties. You see that hard face on them. That's how you know you got a real pure Angus. They got a hard look on them. But anyway, I'm just out taking a look at everybody, seeing where we're at, and seeing what we got going on. Look at this little guy here. We gotta watch him, make sure he's growing. So anyway, selfishly, in doing these videos, what's helpful is we can go back, right? As I show different tag numbers and we start looking at cows, and we can go back a couple weeks and see a cow's condition and say, they were better 6 weeks ago. They were better 8 weeks ago. What's happened to that cow? What's happened to that calf? How's 77 growing? How's 27 looking over here? And we can start taking an inventory on our own stock. So anyway, that's what we're doing out here. It's getting a little chilly, which is crazy. It was 55 degrees yesterday. And yeah, we got to make some decisions. We're still asking ourselves, is this the best region to be doing what we're doing in terms of raising young cattle? We see that a lot of our steers that are a bit older, they're doing fine up here. Even some of our older cows, mama cows, are doing fine. But is this the best region for us to be raising beef calves and growing them out? That's a question that we're asking ourselves. Do we look at some land maybe a bit south of here in Virginia, which we have been looking at? So we're just making decisions. Obviously the farm will still be up here in New York, but maybe we would move a lot of our young stock out of this harsh climate and into an environment that's a little bit safer for them and more effective for us growing what we're trying to grow here. So all stuff that we are considering. We got to make a lot of decisions here on a week-to-week basis. So the next thing is we're kind of growing out of our packing area that we have. Right now we have a breezeway at the house, and we pack about 100 boxes a week out of there, maybe upwards of 125, 150. So it's getting to the point where that's getting a little bit small for us. So we're exploring options. There's a building that we've seen that could be a really nice fit for us, and we're exploring different financing options to make that happen from some local business groups that look to promote businesses that are growing, that can provide jobs for the community. That's one option. We're also looking at the potential of raising outside capital for that particular project, for people that are looking to invest and get a return, a good interest rate that's above market. So we're looking at that for our pack house, for the Freedom Farms pack house. So if you're interested, reach out. If you know anybody that's in private mortgages or looking for private investments, that's an option too. So that's what we got. But anyway, we're building this thing as a community, so that's why, you know, I speak of opportunities like this. I know a couple videos ago I spoke about we're going to be buying land and we're going to be putting together a syndicate to do that. So I put it out there, and people are interested and reach out, and as we move closer on these opportunities, you know, we want to make opportunities where we can get our customers involved and get people that are looking to place some financial resources into agriculture, get them involved too. So we set to build this as a strong community that has tight beliefs around small agriculture and wants to keep small family farms going and growing, and also expose these opportunities to people that are looking to gain greater control over their food supply. And that's what we're looking to do and what we are doing. And we found the more people we get involved that have that same passion, the better everything is, and the better we go and the better we grow. So that's why, you know, again, investing in the pack house, helping us to expand the land profile, both here in New York State and again, potentially down south for some of our younger crop. It's kind of cool. It's cool when you get people involved. Sometimes it's a pain in the neck, but ultimately it's you know, it's good when you have people that are aligned and are all on the same page and working together to do something great and to create a positive change for, again, small family farms and agriculture in general. So that's what I got. Thanks for coming on the pasture with us today. I'm doing this on a Sunday morning. It's part therapy, part research, but ultimately it's always therapy when you're out here with these guys and gals. So that's what we got. So thanks for hanging with us. We hope you had a great week. We hope you have a great week going forward. Have a great day, have a great night, have a great life whenever you watch this. Thanks for hanging with us and being a part of our Freedom Farms journey and Freedom Farms experience. Leave some comments down below, give us some thumbs up, give us some love, and give us a share if you like it, and stay in touch. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. See ya.